Good morning, everyone. So I've had a few technical difficulties this week. Could you let me know if you can hear me properly? Just typing in the line, one of you that you can hear me, please. Oh, good. Good. Fantastic. Got a couple of minutes before we start. So please make sure that you've got everything you need for the class. I'm trying to teach without too many props because we don't all have many props at home. Hi JJ, I'm glad you can hear too. Last week, didn't we? Simon, yeah, you really are on the front line at the moment, my lovely, aren't you? Take care of yourself. I'm just going to get some water. I'll be right back. So how are people coping this week? I think really the first couple of weeks that we had were full of adrenaline. We were getting rising up to this challenge, and oh, have I come back, Della? Am I still frozen? Okay, good. Yeah, so as I was, it's been a challenging week this week as we settle into this new reality. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you and Brett are still alive. That's always encouraging. Have we got anyone who's not from the Isle of Wight here this morning? Furthest afield, we've got Jane who's up in London. Okay, so I think we can begin. Michael, well, Michael, I think Michael gets furthest afield in France. Yes, and welcome JJ from Birmingham. Super. All right, I'm going to this. I think we've got slight internet issues in as much as everyone's sucking the life out of it at the moment. So please bear with us. It is being recorded and it will be posted up on the Patreon page after. Bear with us. We'll get there. Okay, so this is a yoga for all class. It assumes that you haven't done that much yoga in the past, or you might even be completely new to the practice. So please be careful with your work this morning and with your body, and listen, practice listening. Our theme today is that of mindfulness, of be conscious of all of the senses of your body, your hearing, your scent, your taste, smell, all of these things coming together to ground you in the present moment. And the heart, lives in the present moment. The mind lives in anxiety about the future, anticipation of the future, and perhaps regurgitating or judgment from the past. So it is our intention when we live mindfully to be present in and conscious of the mind at all times. So we're going to practice doing that. Jane, can you not hear me? Okay. I'm just going to carry on and hopefully good. So take a moment to lie down on the mat, lengthening your spine as you do so. Bring the feet together and let the knees drop open to the side. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly and let your elbows drop out to the sides. Relax the back of the head on the earth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And breathe out with a soft sigh. And again, a deep breath in through the nose. And letting go with a soft sigh. And then closing take all of your awareness and rest it on the sensation of breath. Wherever it is that you're feeling that most obviously, maybe at the tip of the nose, maybe in the delicate skin of the nostrils, perhaps the rise, a touch of your belly in your hand. Make your breath a little fuller. Begin to slow your out breath down. And in this way, we're bringing our attention into this moment and not feeding the thoughts, projecting into the future that keep dropping to the past. And then we'll clasp our hands together, turn the palms away, and on an in-breath, reach towards the sky. And exhale and stretch the arms back behind you. Inhale and lengthen into the palms. Exhale, drop the knees open, palms. Exhale, knees together, palms towards the knees. Keep working with this. And we breathe through the nose if we can. Last time. Keeping the knees behind your head. And bring your elbows up so that you can see them out of the corner of your eyes. And draw your towards your chest. And just make some little circles with your knees together. Freeing up your lower back. And then go the other way. And then come to stillness. Press your lower back into the mat. Bring your elbows up so that you can see them out of the corner of your eyes. And let your head float off the mat and let your head relax back into the support of your hands. Take a deep breath in. And on your out breath, send your right leg away and lift your right elbow up to the outside of your left knee. And inhale and come back to the center. And as you exhale, lift your left leg and take your left elbow over to the outside of your right knee. And inhale and come back to the center. Exhaling, right leg away to left knee. Inhaling, center. Breathing out, left leg away, left elbow to right knee. Inhale back. Just do a few more of these on your own. And when enough's enough, bring your head to the center. Slowly release it gratefully to the earth. And just take a moment to feel the support of the earth beneath. Slide your hands beside your body, palms down. Squeeze your knees lightly together, press your lower back to the floor. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly lower your toes down to kiss the earth. Inhaling, bringing the knees in towards the chest. Exhaling slowly down to the earth. Inhaling, knees to chest. And we flow through. And the mind is hopefully completely absorbed in this smooth, graceful vinyasa, the synchronization of the placing of your body and your breath. All the time the lower back is pressing wide into the floor. And then we relax the feet to the floor and walk the feet hip distance apart, spreading the toes. Take a deep breath in. Your hips slowly off the ground. Take a breath in at the top. And as you exhale, slowly lower your back to the earth, bone by bone. Just taking all your awareness to notice the placing of your body. Exhaling slowly back up. Inhaling at the top. And exhaling slowly down. When you've become distracted, when uninvited thoughts have begun to invade your conscious space, and then you cultivate the awareness to notice that. And as you get efficient with cultivating this awareness of your mind, you'll be able to almost spot the invasion of the thoughts, the invasion of the mind by thoughts, before they actually start to run away with you. Make this your last one next time the bottom settles to the earth. Relax it there. Slide your hands under your knees and inhale and roll up to sitting. Tuck your left heel in front of you and bring your right leg up. You're going to take your hands underneath your knee and hug your leg in towards you. Inhale, flex your foot. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the foot, stretch the legs towards straight. Exhale, point the toes, hug the leg in. Inhale, flex, extend. Exhale, point, hug in. A few more. One more. And then release. And you're going to place that foot on the floor in front of the left ankle. And just come forward so that you're sitting on that left heel. And I want you to try and play with this here and take the weight forward. The heel will come lightly off the floor, but hopefully you'll begin to get a stretch in your calf muscle. And you can just quietly kind of rock forwards and backwards, becoming far more aware of any tightness, any stretching, any work that needs to be done in that right calf muscle. Keep reaching the heel down. And also just try, you won't physically be able to probably, but you're going to try to activate to lift your toes off the mat at the same time. Down. Deep breath in. And slowly release. Bring your right heel up towards you. I'm just going to text the rest of my family and tell them to get off. Okay, this isn't working. I'm just going to text the rest of my family and get them to come off the internet, just in case it's them on the internet, slowing mine down. Let's try that. Okay, let's do the left-hand side. Hopefully, I don't know what's going on with. Inhale, press into the heel. Breathe out, point through into the toes. Inhale into the heel. Breathe out, point into the toes. Inhale into the heel. Breathing out, pointing into the toes. Last time, inhale into the heel. And I've forgotten some stuff here because I got distracted. So you're going to inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, point the toes, hug the leg in. Inhale, flex, reach into the heel. Exhale, point the toes, draw it in. Inhale into the heel. Exhale, point the toes, draw the leg in. Okay, so then you put down in front, rock on so that you're sitting on the right heel, left heel in nice and close, and then you begin to work yourself forward and you're reaching the knee forward of the toes, and maybe the left heel will come off the floor, maybe it won't. And you're going to just keep reaching the heel down and trying to stretch through the calf. Awareness into the sensations. The sensations bringing you back to the present moment. And then rock back into the heel. Cross your ankles, roll over onto your hands and your knees. Knees are underneath the hips, wrists, shoulders. And we're just going to turn the hands outwards, fingertips out to the sides, and just roll your weight in a circle around your wrists. And then go the other way. And then come to still. Turn your fingers all the way back towards your knees, or just as far as you comfortably can. And as you begin to reach your bottom back, you'll get a really deep stretch through the muscles at the front of your wrist here. And again, we're using the sensations to just cultivate this awareness, this intelligence of the body and of this moment. And just cultivating a sense of clarity through this new awareness. And then release. Walk the hands in towards you. Take one hand to your belly and one hand to your lower back. Inhaling into the hand on the belly. Exhale, scooping the belly in and up. Take the hands in front. Take a lovely deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently pulse back. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, pulsing back, and you're keeping a really nice stream through the body. Moving on your breath. And then release. Fingertips down to the floor underneath, in front of the knees. Turn the toes under and roll your heels down towards the mat. Hang very passively over your legs. Spread your toes wide. Hang your head. And just take a moment to hold the opposite elbow. And feel the connection through your feet down underneath you. Let your face soften. Release your hands, hang your head, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push down through the heels, drop the tailbone, and slowly roll up bone by bone and arrive at standing. Set Tadasana, spread the toes wide. Have your feet facing forward. And just settle your weight somewhere between the very center of your heel and across the balls of your feet. Inhale, roll your shoulders up by your ears. And exhale, roll the shoulders down the back body and turn the palms wide and the palms facing up. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. And breathing out, take the weight into the left foot and float your right knee up and take your hands to your right knee. Fix your gaze on something that won't wobble. And then slide your right hand to your right sacrum, the right hand side of your sacrum, and push the back hand and the front hand together. And slowly, if the balance is good, take your gaze and look over your right shoulder. Keep squeezing the hands towards each other. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and release. Take the weight into your right foot. Inhale. And on the out breath, float your left knee up towards you. And the hands come to the knee and you squeeze it in. Fixing the gaze on something that won't wobble. And pouring all of your attention into that gaze. And the breath still flows. And there's no tension in the face. Slide your left hand to your left hip. Squeeze the front hand and the back hand towards each other. And then slowly turn your gaze and look to the left. Keep a gentle toning of your pelvic floor that you'll find most easily at the very bottom of the out-breath. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and release. Ground the right foot. And then this time, take your hands behind the right knee. Right knee up towards. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the foot, extend the leg. Exhale, point the toes, draw the knee up. Inhale, flex the foot. A few more. One more. Then release the leg and slowly place it down on the floor. And just let the footprint of your right foot come down into the ground evenly. as if you were creating the perfect footprint in sand. And then on an out breath, float your left leg up and take hold behind the leg. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, dorsiflexion. Exhale, plantarflexion. Bringing the little extension of the leg into the work. In and exhale, point, hug in. Inhale, exhale, hug in. A few more. One more. And then gently release the foot down. Coming into Parsvottanasana, sorry, I beg your pardon. Right foot goes forward, left leg goes back, about 1 meter between the legs, and your left foot is going 5 degrees. Take your hands and encourage forward. Notice if there's a natural tipping of your pelvis forward, and just lovingly correct that. Send your left inner thigh away from you, which also translates as moving from the big toe on that left foot back into the inner heel. Keep the arches of your feet. Spread your toes wide. Take your hands behind you, clasp your fingers together. Inhale, lengthen into the knuckles, softness in the elbows still. And as you exhale, hollow the belly, reach through the spine and begin to come forward over your right leg. Stretching your arms up towards the back, towards the ceiling from your back. And keeping the action strong in the feet. So on the right foot, the front foot, you're moving from the little toe back to the outer heel. And there's no tension in the neck, and it's as if the left ribs are reaching towards the right knee. And then we'll pull up through the arms, pushing down through the right foot. And exhale and release and step the left foot forward. Rounding the left heel, spreading the left toes, take the right leg back behind you. And try and have your left heel in line with your left hip and your right heel in line with your right hip. Square your hips, hands can start on the hips. Observe if you are tipping the contents of your belly out. So lift lightly up through the bowl of your pelvis. Press the heel on your back leg, the inner heel towards the outer heel. Take your hands behind you, clasp your fingers together, and get long in your arms without locking the elbows. Inhale, chest opens, and as you exhale, hollow the abdomen and draw your right waist towards your left knee. Stretching up through the arms, lengthening through the back of the neck. And breathing deeply. And then we'll push through the left foot and inhale and rise up. And releasing the hands, exhale, step back to the front of your mat. Step the feet hip distance apart, feet parallel. Inhale, chest opens, look up. And as you exhale, lift up through the fronts of your thighs. You can have a soft bend in the knee if that helps, and come forward over your legs. Reach down, hook the big toes. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, take the elbows wide,
lengthen through the back of the neck. Tip the weight forward towards the balls of your feet. Breathe wide into the side ribs. Exhale, hollow the abdomen. And then we'll inhale and look forward. And exhale, take the hands to the mat. And then either step back or walk the hands forward and make your way into Ardha Mukha Shavasana, the downward facing dog. So look at your hands, check that the index finger is pointing forward. Push down through the index finger and the thumb side. You can bend your knee. And then really push the floor away, extending from your inner elbow into your index finger. Hang your head between your arms and push from the heel of your hand up through your armpit towards your hip crease. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, soften your left knee and stretch your right heel towards the mat. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, reach your left heel down towards the mat. Inhale, bend both knees. And exhale and take your knees down to the floor. Walk your hands in towards your knees. Setting up your body for Ustrasana, the camel. Knees are hip distance apart, tops of the feet down into the floor, and spread the bones of the top of the foot wide. Take your hands to your back and begin to lift the back ribs, the side ribs, the front ribs up, away, pelvis. Peel your elbows back. Lift a little higher. And then take the front of your throat towards the back of your neck. Really begin to lift your gaze towards the ceiling. And lift your heart towards the ceiling. Hips forward so they stay over the knees. Push down through your shins. And then pushing through the shins one last time. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale and release. Now you can turn your toes under, or you can keep your feet flat on the floor. You have the option of taking your hands back to your feet, or you can keep the hands on your back. I don't know where you are in your practice this morning, what you feel like doing. So if you would like to touch your heel, either toes turned under, feet flat, or keep everyone will start with their hands on the hips. Lift the ribs up away from the pelvis. Take the front of the throat towards the back of the neck. Begin to lift the sternum up towards, peeling the elbows back, dropping the shoulders into the elbows. And if you want to, you can reach the hands back and find your heels. And then push down through your shins and continue the lift of your heart towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready to come out of the work, push down through your knees and inhale and rise up. And exhale and come to lie on. We're going to come up on the elbows for your Sphinx. Just letting the body settle here. Tops of the feet to the floor, let the heels surrender out to the sides. Let your thighs feel heavy. Ground your hands. Pull on the hands, let the heart come forward. Lift up out of the shoulders, neck long. And then settle back into your breath.
And listen to the sound of your breath. Savor your capacity for deep, wide, open breaths. The sense of aliveness that you have. The life throb dancing in your blood this moment. Take a deep breath in.
And take rest. Underneath your shoulders. Push down through your knees and your hands to come up onto all fours. And cross your ankles so that you can roll over your ankles and come to sitting. Bring your right foot up towards you and let your knee drop open to the side. Twist your body to face the left leg and sprinkle your hands down either side of the leg. Widen your collarbones, lift your gaze, inhale, look up. And as you exhale, begin to journey forward. Maybe take the hands around the foot. Just keep the hands on the floor. But keep your face serene and soft. There's a light pressing down of your left heel into the ground. And a sense of rolling onto the front of your right shin. And if there's any strain in that leg, you can take a cushion or even a block underneath the right knee. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and gently release. Pick up your right foot and take it over to the outside of your left leg. Right hand behind you. Inhale, reach up through the left arm. And as you exhale, twist to it and take your elbow over to the outside of the knee. Press the elbow lightly down into the leg to help lift up through the spine. And exhale and twist gently to the right. Inhale. And exhale and release. And just journey over to your left. And you're going to just very slowly kind of drop your elbows down towards the floor and let your right sitting bone just soften away. It'll rise up off the floor, but just let it go back down. It won't go all the way, but you just take what you can and you're just rolling the right ribs to the ground. And just let your neck go in the neck. Let the tongue soften away from the roof of your mouth. And then keeping your left forearm on the floor. This isn't for everybody, but you can go. Make sure that your left elbow isn't too far back. So bring it slightly forward so that your fingertips and your toes on your right foot are in line with each other. And then if you can, you're going to reach forward and take hold of the outside of your left foot. And put your weight into your left elbow and rotate this foot down towards the floor. And then you push into the right foot and float your bottom. So you're suspended between your left forearm and your right foot. And then gently come down and sit up. And your right leg away. Draw your left foot up the inside of your right leg. Left knee drops open to the side. Again, if you need a cushion or something underneath the left knee, then take it there. Twist, face the leg. Anchor the heel. Inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, the left ribs are going to come forward over the right leg. Elbows wide. Back of the neck long. And face soft. And perhaps you're feeling sensation in the left-hand side of your back, around the QL, or maybe there's somewhere else in your body that's perhaps shouting a little louder. Maybe it's your hamstrings. And we sit with those sensations. We are discerning with what they are telling us. Is it fake news? Or is it true wisdom? Inhale, look up. And exhale and release. Pick up the left knee and take the left foot over to the outside of the right knee. Take the left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm comes up towards the sky. And exhaling, twisting to your left, pick the arm up and take it over to the outside of the knee. Press your right heel down, lift up through your spine. And exhale and look to the left. Right waist softening towards left thigh. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and release. And we turn to the right now and soften our elbows down towards the floor. And yes, the left hip has probably come off the ground, but we just kind of relax back into that hip, letting the neck go, letting the belly feel free as you breathe deeply. And we'll move into this dragonfly variation. We'll forearm, take the fingers so that the fingers are in line with your left toe. Left hand down to the outside of your foot, or you can hold your shin, or you can use a strap around your foot. It's just a bit of a comedy asana. Just roll your right hip to the floor. The left foot presses the outside of the left foot towards the ground. Then transfer the weight into the right foot, into the right elbow rather, and the left foot, and float your bottom off the mat. Inhale, exhale, and release. Extend your legs away from you, legs together. If your hamstrings are tight, bend your knees slightly, pull on your heels, and let the spine lift, begin to come forward rather than flopping back. And maintain that with straight legs, then that's dandy too. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, thumbs reaching out, lengthening up into the little finger. And just take a few breaths here. Allow reach up towards the heart. And these alignment-based prompts are helping to allow us to be more mindful. They are beginning to not only align the body, but the primary reason that we work in this way is to align the mind, to become more mindful. Inhale and exhale, come forward, hands to the shins, big toe lock, outer leg, outer foot, doesn't matter. Inhale, lift up, lift the gaze, lengthen the sternum. And as you exhale, you hollow the abdomen and you draw in. Elbows press wide, collarbones spread. Face so soft. And exhale and come to a comfortable seated position. If you want to be on a bolster or on a block or rolling up a black cushion, then by all means do so. Take your hands to your knees and lift up through your spine. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Moving towards the Samavriti breath, an even inhalation and an even exhalation. Take a deep breath in, and exhale and empty the lungs completely. Then we'll inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4. Out for 4. In 4. Out 4. Working with this. And I have a sense of a lifting, a sipping of energy up through the spine as you breathe in, and a grounding, a descending of energy down through the body, down into the support of the earth beneath the sitting bones, beneath the legs. And you can visualize that as sap
Or you can visualize that as light. However works for you. Breath remain even in intensity from beginning to the end of each in-breath, end of each out-breath. And without forcing or straining, if you have the capacity to move to a 5 count or a 6 count, then by all means do so. And there may be some of us who don't like to count. We're going to work with our deepest, most approximate even rhythm. And sometimes it's nice to work with the line of a prayer or an affirmation or a mantra. And you might want to use the mantra, may all beings be happy and peaceful. One more breath with this work. And then you can just allow the breath to return to a relaxed abdominal rhythm. No tension in the lower back, sitting bones soft. Let the breath return to a relaxed abdominal rhythm. And just drop your weight inwards and observe how you feel. Next in-breath, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhaling through into your fingertips. Inhale, stretch taller still, look up. And exhale and gently release. The earth for Shavasana, please. And even if Shavasana is not your favorite part of the practice, even if there are a dozen chores calling to you right now, please know that it's really important. Even if you can just give yourself a couple of minutes to let the residue of the practice be processed. Arms away from the body, palms facing up. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. And breathe out with a soft sigh. And again. Relax gratefully back out of the Mother Earth. This, where your body is held by her, behind your head, your shoulders, your arms, your back, your body, your heels. Begin to watch how your breath is slowing down now. There's no longer an agenda with the breath. It's just rising and falling all by itself. You're letting the universe breathe you right now. And let your mind rest on these wise words, being mindful. To my mind, the idea that doing the dishes is unpleasant can only occur to not doing them. Once we are standing in front of the sink with our sleeves rolled up and our hands in warm soapy water, it's really not bad at all. I enjoy taking my time with each dish, being fully aware of the dish, the water, and each movement of my hands. I know that if I hurry in order to go and have dessert, the time will be unpleasant and not worth living. And that would be a pity. For every second of life is a miracle. The dishes themselves and the fact that I am here washing them are miracles. If I am incapable of washing dishes joyfully, if I want to finish them quickly so I can go and have dessert and a cup of tea, I will be equally incapable of doing these things joyfully. With the cup in my hand, I will be thinking about what to do next, and the fragrance and the flavour of the tea, together with the pleasure of drinking it, will be lost. I will always be dragged into the future, never able to live in the moment. The time of dishwashing is as important as the time of meditation. Why the everyday mind is called the Buddha's mind. Taking a long, slow, deep breath in and out of your body. Wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. Enjoy a lovely stretch. Just take a moment to notice which nostril, the left or the right nostril, the breath is strongest in, the flow of the breath, the swara of the breath. And once you really bend your knees and roll to that side for a moment, just take rest. Slowly bring yourself up to sitting, facing the front of your mat. Inhale, take the hands up into the prayer position above your head. And as you exhale, draw your prayer of mindfulness down into your awareness, into an awareness of your spoken words, and seal it deep within your heart, the seat of mindfulness. And give yourself a little bow. Namaste. Well, those of you who stuck with that, well done. I've no idea what's going on with my internet or your internet or our internet. What I'll do is I'll finish this stream. I'll see if the recording is any good, and then I'll post it up on the social media channels. And if you were dumped out at the beginning, or it felt a bit fractured, or you lost bits, then you can hopefully go back if the recording's any good and see it there. All right, my lovelies, have a wonderful day. Take care.